Good evening, everyone. Oh, is it muted? Yes, I've muted it. Look at that. I'm a genius. Right. I might change the title of this from Geek Stream to something else. I'm just going to drop the Hangouts link first. And shit. I thought today it was going to be a geeky stream, but I noticed it's not been so good recently, has it? There's been a bit of a terror attack thing happened in Barcelona. As always, Viper Sword in a stream when I stream. I will get you on here one day, woman. So it's been a bit of a sad day. From what I've heard, if I quickly check it, a lot of people have passed and more than 80 injured. Can't geek out on that. Weird to transition from that to geeky stuff. Not long after this, obviously not long after all that crap has been happening in the States. I'm not sure what to say to that. I know what we're doing. I'm also going to drop the link in the B list. If anyone wants to hop on. Oh, no. Yeah, do that. It's the worst that can happen by dropping the link to a stream in a... Oh, God, it's a server. That can only end well. On the chat there, see. Yeah, hello, Stolzy. I've been talking to your better half today. She's finishing up some work for me. Disconnect, hello, and hello, Cold Fusion. Name for the stream. If anyone in the chat has a suggestion, let me know. I see, there was something else that I was doing today. I was looking at a political politics. Boring, I know. There's a thing about Jeremy Corbyn. He's the leader, and he was being questioned about the recent firing or sacking of shadow members. I think it's for the equalities, women and equalities, maybe shadow person. Sarah Champion, that was her name. She was a Rotherham MP. Now, if anyone doesn't know, Rotherham and this particular MP is Shadow Women and Equality Secretary. She was championing, quite unironically, grooming gangs in her area. For those that don't know, there were quite a large number of Pakistani men involved in the Newcastle area who were grooming white girls. It's rather bad, really, because a lot of people got... But the police ignored it for so long because they were concerned about being... And she penned this article about something about particular problem there is within the Pakistani community. She has since been obviously fired. Now, Jeremy Corbyn was being questioned about this, and she being a Labour MP, she perpetrators could be from any community. Rather than deal with the issue, the one that stands out, he focused on that. Now, MP, a Conservative called Saeed Javid, I think, and he said it was wrong. He said it was wrong to sack her because we need an honest, open debate on child sexual exploitation, including racial motivation. He is right. And hello, whoever's joined who I wasn't looking at. Hey, Hal.
Howdy.
How you doing, man?
I'm alive.
You're still alive, huh?
So
what's been going on?
Apparently a statue in Chicago of Abraham Lincoln was busted and burned. From what I'm finding, they might have found the perpetrator, but he looks Mexican, and given Chicago, I can only assume illegal, which means he's not going to be charged.
Such a progressive city.
I hate it.
I don't know many people who don't, to be honest.
People in Chicago hate Chicago. The only people who don't hate Chicago are lying through their flat teeth.
No, they're called tourists. They all want to go
Or
because
people
they
who
say,
grew
"Oh,
up
it's
in the upper
Chicago."
city.
I heard you. I saw your demonetization thing hit you.
Yeah, it's been smacking around a lot of people, and from a business perspective, it doesn't make much sense to strike down the itty-bitty channels, no matter what you feel about their political stances. And so far, from what I've seen, that's the only thing that all these things have in common is a not 100% agreement with YouTube's politics.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's being hit as well. I just thought, why? I I don't really. Okay, I think about the kind of I do response videos, quite a bit, and I look at other channels that do response videos as well. I'd like to believe, by comparison, I'm quite tame, and to speak to some of them who have not been hit, and they are considerably more aggressive, makes me want to reevaluate my in dealing with these people. Then again, today I put a picture on Twitter of a video descent of the Spud-osphere was fine. Kevin Logan's descent of the Manosphere on me. Kevin Logan looks like a potato.
Yeah.
And I got the email saying it was fine for monetization, only to check my video manager, and it says, after manual review, not suitable for all advertisers. Come on.
Yeah, it's the processing point they actually decide, you know what, this isn't good enough for us. And they don't actually review it. Have you seen what Rageaholic ended up doing? Razor Fist?
Oh, he made that video thing, and all he did was blah, blah, blah. This is a test, didn't he?
Yeah, and he recorded himself uploading it and testing to see what exactly happens, because he noted some inconsistencies when he posted a video about 5 video games he was looking forward to coming out this year or next. And apparently it just demonetized him immediately during the processing. So
I've had it happen on my last 2 uploads when they were scheduled to be uploaded. They were already put on limited to no ads, which is nice.
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't really affect small channels, but I noticed something that really messes with it. You can't, challenge it until that video gets 1,000 views within a week.
Yeah.
So small channels, it's absolutely impossible to, try.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute killer for you guys. And it sucks because a lot of you guys actually don't. I'd say you guys, you're trying to get your foot in the door, and it's not. That is the definition of not fair. I want to put it a different way, but
I came up with a hypothetical that accurately describes it. Jimmy found this new video game that he really likes, and he's progressing through. He wants to show people it, so he starts streaming it on YouTube. When he does, though, he ends up getting demonetized because somewhere down the line, someone in Google didn't like something he said. So now that video those videos are getting demonetized, and through that, he is not being put on the as many recommendation lists because of that as well. Now he can't afford the equipment to upkeep and keep making those videos, so he ends up stopping, meaning less money in YouTube's pockets through the ads as well.
Right.
And again, from a business perspective, it makes no sense to do that for that simple reason. It chokes yourself out as much as it chokes out anyone who's wanting to try it out.
I agree. If anything, it's more of an incentive to put a lot of people off. I can get that some will be using it to maybe put their own family stuff on, so they won't monetize. But those that do, it's just to them, it's gonna be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Evening.
It does. YouTube was originally built. The creators of it can't really decide what they were originally making it for, but one guy says it was because, I don't know, something along the lines of women on the internet, difficult to find. And everyone else just says because they were bored, so. That's probably what it's going to end up turning back into, just some garbage little Vine thing because of what they're doing.
That would suck. That really would. A lot of people put a fair amount of time and effort into trying to amount to something, and I understand that it is a risk, but to those that have to have it taken away, it's just over what is essentially a vocal minority being as petty as fuck, and YouTube being vague as possible with their is sad.
It's slamming everybody as well, really, because like I've seen like feminists and whatever complaining as well about having videos get hit and stuff like that as well.
Because obviously this has stemmed from people complaining about the smallest things, and obviously advertisers as well. You have to wonder if just of any of the channels that have complained.
A lot of the advertisers actually don't know that they're being taken away from certain videos or types of videos. Turns out YouTube's not even telling the people who are giving them the money, like literally giving them the cash.
Here's the money. I don't care what you do with it. Put you on ISIS.
I don't care what we do with it, but you're saying you do care where it goes, right? No. We're saying just, here's the money, use it to get our name out there. Right, right.
What you just said doesn't suit my narrative. I'm going to pretend you said yes.
Yeah, some time ago there was a huge wave of videos just being taken down because not advertiser friendly, and people started asking, okay, well, these are the people that are usually advertised on my channel. I'm going to talk to them, find out what they have to say. When they were asked about it, like Coca-Cola and I think Serta mattresses, they were shocked by the fact that it was going on. They had no idea about it. So it's not the advertisers saying this isn't advertiser friendly. It's YouTube saying this isn't advertiser friendly.
I'd like to believe my videos aren't anywhere near as extreme as ISIS.
No, definitely not.
There's more about that as well.
I'm not exactly.
YouTube's been taking down ISIS videos, and they're now under investigation for removing and deleting evidence.
Yeah, that's a tricky one, isn't it?
That's definitely something you don't want on your channel. And I understand them being removed.
But you can bet your bottom dollar that every Secret Service agency is like monitoring the shit out of those videos as well at the same time.
YouTube has full capability of just privatizing the videos so that only a select few can see it.
I would lock it. If they had the capacity, YouTube should like lock that video so the person can't delete it either.
Oh, ISIS doesn't delete any of their videos. So
no, they're proud of this shit. If YouTube have the same views on videos made declaring that to kill Trump, or whether they will leave it.
Yeah, to be fair, that's kind of stuff that should be left out there just so it's readily available in case something does happen and someone does pull stupid.
Sorry, I was just laughing at a comment in the chat there, not you. This guy says, yeah, you're not as extreme as ISIS. They want to take over the world. You want to destroy it.
Yeah, Cthulhu Akbar. There is an slight difference, at least. And at least I'm very forward with this. No lives matter. No vaginas matter. Death to everything.
Speaking of threats to kill the president, I found that on my trend list today.
I hope Trump is assassinated. Okay, so on the trending Twitter, we've got Barcelona, of course. National Non-Profit Day. Fuck that. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fake Game of Thrones spoilers because the episode was already spoiled. Bad motivational advice. Brand new, The Jetsons. Oh, wow, they're bringing that back with a live-action pilot.
Huh.
Kids back to school. I'm back too.
Honestly.
Oh, and hashtag ignite your superpower. Okay, well, Laura's is hashtag.
Yeah, those are the global ones. Those are the global ones you actually stated there. Mine's are more tailored to the Chicago area and, Chicago.
Right. Well, Laura's superpower is being jealous about my yummy food.
Mm-hmm. Constantly
gaining weight.
Food.
Yeah. Vaginas matter.
My character's first wrestling match, all female wrestling matches this weekend.
Okay. Go on.
Just some guys doing it. No,
baby oil.
What's going on?
What?
Vanna, tell me.
I don't know. You started waffling on about chocolate pudding and baby oil, and my brain fritzed out.
Wrestling.
Oh, wrestling. Aye, that was it. No. I think some guy just can create characters on some wrestling thing on the PlayStation.
I mind baby oil because he's slippery as fuck.
Go on.
But I put a picture of my character and Opal Moonchild's character next to each other, and then she
has a midget.
She barely comes up to my boobs.
But when she nuts your nipple, she's gonna make sure she does a good job.
Go on.
Someone's warming up.
I'll have to. I'm still waiting for him to link it.
Just answer a question in chat. White people would have finally had enough and eradicate them, and leave only a few for the white women to fuck.
Oh God.
Most of her own concubines.
Okay, if you say so.
Answer? Okay, if you say so.
You keep breaking up, Squiddy.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I must have something running in the background. Let me find things and close them.
You've probably got a million tabs open as usual.
I don't. I will close. I have 2 tabs open. I can close one of them. There we go. Any better?
Yes.
Well, good. 1 tab did it. Fucking ace. So what have you been up to, Laura? Besides Discord shit and eating food and playing pirate stuff.
Yeah. Did I tell you I got dive bombed in the eye by a bee on the way home from work?
You got what?
Wait,
dive bombed in the eye by a bee. It didn't
really?
It was just really windy, and it obviously I was walking along and I'd stopped to look at my phone, and this bee just went smack straight off my. Unfortunately, it hit in the eyelid. But
I tell you what,
it hit with some force. Let me tell you. Wow.
At least you stopped looking at your phone. You do what I do. I stop. I watch girls who walk past me every day looking at their phones, and I look at them and I'm thinking, I now know why the makeup on your face is so bad.
I do sometimes text and walk, but usually really slowly, and I'm looking up all the time, so it takes ages. Yeah, and then after 30 seconds, I'm like, just stop.
I've been smacked in the face by a dragonfly. That was fun. And by bat.
Oh, I can imagine that was actually quite pleasant. Bat? Yeah.
The bat was awesome. The bat hit my face and flumped into my hand.
Oh.
It was adorable.
It
pissed me off. I would have fed into it. Sorry?
I remember there was a bat trapped in my auntie's house one day. We were having like a family get together, and one of the young bairns was like tired, so the mother went to put him down in like one of the bedrooms to sleep, and there was a bat. And when they went in and turned the light on, it went, well, bat shit. So like everyone's trying to like catch this fucking bat in a box to put it outside.
Oh.
And, I think my uncle was going, can I not just get my gun and shoot it? And we were like, no. He said, shoot it, it'll be easier.
Bats are lovely. They don't bite, so it doesn't matter.
But I think it had just gone like, because of the light and everything, and then it realised it was trapped, so it was just flapping around and going crazy and that inside the room, you know? So kind of for its own safety, we needed to get it out.
At least it's not as retarded as a bee. So you can open a window for a bee to go out where it had previously been flying, but then the bee would spend the next 10 minutes flying around the room but not going through the window you've opened that it already knew was opened because somehow it's forgotten.
And it will go everywhere on the window but the hole.
Yeah, that thing is fucking stupid. At that point, I get the electrified tennis racket out, and I will catch him. I'll push him up against the glass until he pushes off the glass, and I'll fry him and feed him to a dog. It's a very peculiar scent, but dogs seem to enjoy it. It's good protein.
Dogs enjoy the smell of frying bees?
Apparently so. I managed to catch a wasp once with it. The dogs wouldn't eat it, but damn, that wasp fried like a motherfucker. That thing cooked until it almost caught fire. Hey, look. If anyone's stupid enough to confuse my lamp with the moon, they deserve to be fried.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of having to swap moths. And moths are the only ones that get a free pass with the tennis racket because they have that natural defense, that dust layer. If you hit them the first time, the dust just somehow managed to diffuse the electrical current. So you have to get them a couple times.
Even moths are covered in scales.
I used to have I thought I'll just read my phone in bed, but no, because now that is the only light source in the room. And I just give up because I have to sleep with my bedroom window open. I need air. So obviously there's often moths in the bedroom, which I'm not bothered about, but when you're reading in the dark on your phone, yeah.
I know a lot of people who do this. They lay in bed with their phone in their hands above their head and they always drop the phone. So why don't you just lay on your side?
Yeah. I really don't think I've ever dropped my phone on my face.
I've not either because I value both my phone and my ravishing good looks. At the same time,
neither of which I care about.
You could just be able to catch it with your tentacles as it falls.
Well, if I'm half asleep, this is why I won't do it because most of the time if I'm in bed, I'm half asleep.
I know on my side it's more comfortable.
Although with beard tentacles.
Who knows? Sometimes I find I wake up on my face, which is I move a lot.
What if they are a person
Fun fact.
What? I don't know what's going on in the chat anymore. Somebody's putting bed springs out of their bed.
This is cutting a mattress spring. I had that for the longest time. I had a broken spring, poking through the mattress. If I turn the mattress over, eventually that same spring would then go back through the other side. trying to avoid it when I was sleeping. But if I did wake up, it was always in the back of my fucking leg. Hurts so much. At least I never got hit in the buttocks.
I could sleep on a rock, to be honest.
Yeah, I probably could too if I was tired enough.
I don't even have to be tired enough. The rock is usually more comfortable for me.
Then what? A bed?
Yeah, I mean, today's beds are all soft and sinky and bad.
Oh, I agree. They're very soft these days.
I've got an orthopedic mattress and mine's like nice.
Old age.
Bad back.
When I was a youngster.
Oh, poor Laura. Actually, I think my sisters all use the memory foam shit. I can't deal with that.
Horrible.
I laid on that once and I was like,
no.
How the fuck do you move on this?
Yeah, exactly.
On this
quicksand.
You can't fuck anyone in that. You're meant to bounce up and down, not just go down once and be like, hang on, I need the foam to go back up again so I can bounce again.
I have to take your word on that.
You can imagine that someone's on top of you, you're on top of someone and you've bounced down. You have to climb off again and wait for it to all rise again. It's just, what's the fucking point?
I mean, you could fuck on the couch.
You may as well fuck. At that point, you may as well fuck on the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that. I just feel a bit sorry for those who have a memory foam mattress that can't fuck on the memory foam.
What's the point of the bed if
with
you
a
can't?
Desirable result? Hmm.
This is my bed is quite solid. All the comments made the foam quite rigid.
I like this. Johnny Walker Black allows me anywhere, anytime. Johnny Walker Double Black does the same thing to me. Well, I fell asleep once on a double-decker bus at the back and got left there and woke up the next day in the depot. Touched me.
In the what?
Where buses go to park, a depot, bus depot.
That is not what I thought you said. I thought you said in a deep butt.
I might have said, well, that too. I'm sure I've been there somewhere. All the colours made my phone quite rigid. I just, as rigid as that is, at some point someone's going to climb on that and it's going to crack. You're going to end up cutting someone's knee and then repeating that cycle of not bouncing properly. A crusty foam. God. It'd be rather hard when you're doing your lady and she sinks in from you pounding too hard. Actually, for guys, it's an advantage because you get purchase.
I suppose.
There you go. Sex lessons, everyone. Man on top on a memory foam mattress.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't run away in memory foam.
Yeah. Even bigger win for everyone. This stream is now being demonetized.
It was going to happen anyway.
Actually, interestingly, this channel has not been hit yet with demonetization. And yet, I think, compared to any other channel, well, compared to my main channel, this is far worse with some of the shit that we say. And I thought on one of the thumbnails, we've got the guy that fucking is drilling that raccoon plushie. The guy looks like the Steve.
I think it's just silly and not controversial in any way, so it just...
Okay, let's say something controversial.
Traps are gay.
I was gonna go with like I don't know, Muhammad as a pedophile, something.
Bill Clinton as a rapist.
I did not have sexual relations with
those dozens of women, some underage. That kid.
Monica Lewinsky spat on the Oval Office. Oh, and Bush probably wiped it all off.
Oh.
Hey, it's just good varnish, okay?
Go on.
Oh dear. I wanted to play video games today, but I had an empty house all day, and what I was going to do, right? I was going to read this paper because I figure I've got over a week now to finish this video on intersectional quantum physics that Laura you've been waiting for. I've been I recorded myself reading an article, some passage. I will put the full paper on there though, because there's no link for it. I have to put the pictures of the whole thing somewhere so everyone can read it. Instead, I watched something into a call with Magog. We were talking about using OBS for streams in the future so I can make them a bit fancier looking, structure them a bit better and stuff. But I honestly did jack shit today. I would have played it. I was going to do something. I don't know what. I have no idea what I was going to play, but I was going to play something and I forgot.
You forgot to play something.
I forgot to do anything. It's rather impressive, to be honest. Oh, someone in the chat. Okay, I did not have sexual relations with that donkey. Have you heard about the dozen, maybe baker's dozen people who've had to be treated for rabies for getting intimate with a donkey?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Some people fucked a donkey. Let's find it. Donkey.
Oh dear, you've broken Hal.
There was a man jailed in Zimbabwe for donkey bestiality as well.
Wow.
Talk about that ass.
That ass, yeah. I just love the
really
idea
got
that
into the Democratic Party.
Hey, well, the DNC fucks itself well enough.
Yeah.
Why not add that ass? How do we pick our next president? I don't know. Who fucked the donkey the longest? Honestly, the last person to come is the next president. Man or woman. Well, I'm not sure how an ass is going to fuck a girl.
Who? What?
What?
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Oh, there was a story about people fucking a donkey.
Yes, I heard that bit.
Yeah, okay, that's what you need to know.
Okay.
You were saying something about...
things people will do to get noticed. Maybe they'll thought to themselves, if we put this on Twitter, someone will notice us, someone's famous, and they'll give us praise for being intimate with a ass.
Miss Me says delicious commie, but okay.
Wait, who wrote that?
No, that's just somebody's name in the chat. Miss Me says bootylicious commie, bud.
Wait, what's Canada done?
They legalized bestiality, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't be...
You want to know my theory or what they claim?
Both.
All right, my theory is that it actually has to do with Islamists, given that they, in their holy book, it actually says that screwing an animal is void of sin because it's not human and has no soul or something like that.
Okay, then.
Of course, they say it's because, and I'm quoting here, it's 2017.
Oh my god. The current year.
I thought that meme died out last year.
I thought it died in 2015 I thought it died in 2015 when John Oliver did it.
Oh my god.
Oh, terrible.
I mean, at least we don't hear it on every video anymore.
Okay, so think of an animal you really want a Muslim to fuck.
Pig.
Because it has no soul. No, Go on, fuck. I like my bacon extra salty.
No, pigs and dogs, they actually consider dogs to be on a lower tier than the pig.
Oh, we've had issues with certain communities around here, Muslim communities, who don't like it when you take a dog for a walk through their area. So they hang up little signs saying, "Don't bring your dog around here. They're not welcome. They're against our religion." And then people just carry on bringing their dogs through. The only difference is they no longer pick up the dog shit now.
Oh.
By the way, I would love to see a Muslim try and fuck a bear. Big, black bear.
No. Polar bears are better. Polar bears actively hunt humans, so...
Hey! Even better. So when you're done fucking a pig, find some polar bear. That polar bear will love you long time.
Just when I thought these streams couldn't get any lower.
Oh, do you want it lower?
Shark.
Okay. Think of the worst possible thing you could do to a pedophile. What would you do?
To a pedophile?
Worst thing I would do is...
I used to say the 10-year younger version of myself would cut the genitals off, put it in a glass container in their prison cell so they could watch it rot.
Some actually get off on that.
But the older me, if I'm trying to think of the worst thing, now I've thought about it, I would leave them naked in a snowstorm and give them a direction to run, with a polar bear getting 100-yard sort of gap between them. Yeah, there you go. It's a new sport.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
called catch the pedo.
What I would do is put a chastity belt on them and throw the key in an active volcano.
A chastity belt.
I would probably just go with the good old
lock.
tie them down and get some rats and put them in a steel bucket and then slowly heat the bucket up.
You've been watching Fast and Furious, haven't you? Fucking hell.
No, the first time I saw that was in a film by... No, it was in a book.
Yeah,
is that not how they tortured the guy in 1984?
I know, the Pit and the Pendulum.
I'm sure in 1984
wasn't that in the Pit and the Pendulum?
People
probably.
Like that.
That's brutal. I'd do that on their genital area, sure. You got to dig somewhere, so yeah. Why not dig in either a cock or a cavity? Someone's going to give birth to baby rats.
Slowly. I think there's a bit in The Witcher where that happens as well, actually.
There you go, taking it down a notch. Should we try and bring it up a little? Catch the pedo, catch the pedo. I love that.
We're just going on about nail his nuts to a tree stump while still attached. I remember reading, it was a good few years ago now, about some guy outside of the... Is there a red... a palace or a palace in Russia where he was I can't remember what he was protesting, but basically he nailed his nutsacks to the ground outside of the... I don't think it was the Kremlin, but it was like some other building.
What does that remind me of?
Yeah, that was his protest.
That
I was like, why?
Grim.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
It's like, I'm not too sure how that...
I don't know why. Go on, sorry.
Go on, Hal.
Sorry, that reminded me of a book about Satan going to Soviet Russia and just performing magic tricks, and one of which was actually changing his body into different ways, and the Soviet government started freaking out trying to explain it because, you know, they had religious laws, and one of them was in this, you know, ideal... or not ideal, but I guess more fictitious version of Russia.
Right.
There was no god of any sort.
Mm-hmm.
But, so
Satan's messing with them. Freelance pedo hunters have been shut down in the UK. That is a shame, but there are still groups about that do this stuff, and I hope they continue to do it. We got many, many balls and many, many people to tie up and put in prison. Bring back stocks. Is that stocks? You know, you throw rotten tomatoes at people.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah, let's do that.
Public shaming.
I think we should stick them in a cage and drive them through town. You know, with a big. The person in this cage is a paedophile.
Scarlet letter the shit out.
We should try and bring this back up to somewhere where the moral compass is visible. Let's think. It was going to be a geeky stream, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I realised it's just no chewing the bud.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk video games, I'm game.
Oh, we could do it next week. That'd be kind of cool. I'll plan this out.
Oh, that reminds me. You mind if I shill something here real quick?
Go for it.
Yeah, Pippi was asking me about Dungeons and Dragons, and I said, well, you could probably find a group near you, but you hate people, especially in Miami, so I can find an online group for you. And he said, yeah, okay. So we ended up making a group that's going to be streaming our D&D games on Sundays.
Awesome.
So
yeah, I love D&D.
It's Huffleruff's channel, but whatever.
I know Hufflepuff. I haven't played D&D in years.
I don't think I've ever played D&D.
I wanted to do it online at some point. I did personally about 2 years ago, but never got round to it. So the fact people do it, it's great.
Yeah, the only reason she got interested was because I pointed out that Vin Diesel actually had a internet one that lasted for quite some time. I don't know what happened to that, actually.
He's a massive geek, Vin Diesel, like
he's down for being one,
yeah. The one of the last movies he did, The Last Witch Hunter, was actually based on his D&D games.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I got to respect a person that, isn't ashamed of their geekiness.
What's the point in fearing it?
Well, it's just gay, really, isn't it? People do that, get all scared or embarrassed about personal quirks or interests.
Everybody's got something about them.
When I was a kid, like at school, 9 through about 14, I used to knock about with these two lads. They were kind of like my best friends. We used to always knock about together, and we kind of made up our own little Dungeons and Dragons-esque game that we used to play.
It's pretty cool.
Breaks. Made up our own characters and world and rules and everything.
Did you play well or involved or?
I can't remember now. It was that long ago. I just remember that we did it.
All you're doing right now is telling us you're old.
I think everyone knows I'm old by now.
She's not. She is, however, she has been lying about the number of people she slept with. The real number is 0. Sorry, I'm out.
No, that's my number there.
It kind of feels like that now.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Hal's right there.
I don't have a reaction to that.
Who's playing?
Does anyone have plans for anything, videos or streams coming up?
Yeah.
When you've got your D&D, are you involved in the D&D stream, Hal?
Yeah, I got a character as well. We had to nerf up one of the races that I actually wanted to play because
that's fucking
powerful. Do what?
Nothing.
Okay.
I just heard elevating another race sound like affirmative action.
I mean, the character or the race I wanted to play normally isn't in or as a player character, so we did have to severely nerf it. An ogre mage, sometimes called an oni mage.
Gay.
Gay.
So in my head, the first thing I heard was pony, and I was like, "Oh fuck it, Hal's a brony."
No, Oni, O-N-I,
Oh,
Japanese monster.
I know. It's just I think it's funny to think of Hal as a brony.
Dear God, I don't enjoy any cartoons.
My when I was
little
playing
pony all over his head.
Dragon Age Inquisition, I had it for the Xbox One, but my friend, he had it for the 360. So I was like, oh. So I bought it for the 360 as well, so I could play with him. And so that character that I built for that was kind of just I thought I'm going to go the extreme here. So I played a gay Kunari mage. I thought let's go all out here and just see where this story leads. It was quite funny, some of the interactions and that. It was pretty cool.
Amazing. I love that I've now found the origin story of my avatar artist and her boyfriend. Met over a brony. I would mock Stoltz, but I like him. So, how long have you been a brony, Hal?
Kill yourself.
It's okay. My friend Mim, he's been doing comics. I bought him an Applejack plush. Applejack is a pony, and he's been messaging me on Facebook like, "I want my pony. Where's my pony? I need to put it in there with my rarity."
I used to have really loads of My Little Ponies when I was a kid.
Two, I think. Well, maybe one or two of them. I was never obviously never interested. I had figurines for like wrestlers and Action Man or remote control cars, but I prefer to be outside climbing trees all day.
Same. I used to blow up my sister's toys.
I did that with what I do is I get some tissue. I would wrap a whole loo roll around a deodorant can and leave just enough so I had a thread, and then I'd light it and I'd make sure that there was a pony in there as well. And it would go. Oh, so satisfying. Or I'd get a shotgun cartridge. I'd sit the pony next to it or underneath it. I'd go on top of a garage. I'd throw a brick over the top, hit the shotgun cartridge. It would blow up, and it was so satisfying. Dad found out I was in a fucking shitload of trouble because, well, you know, we don't have many guns here, so ammunition's quite sparse. But it was so good to get rid of them.
Oh,
okay, so my mum and my auntie Linda were watching TV once, and I crawled around them and outside the house, went up to my sister and my cousin, and I saw their ponies. I booted them over the fence, ran back inside, crawled under my mum and my auntie, and sat back where I was. They hadn't noticed I'd left the room. So when my sister came in and started saying that I'd done this, they said he hadn't left his spot. I couldn't stop laughing.
And I thought I was a sociopath.
Oh, so evil. It's brilliant.
I'm such a dick to my sisters. But all those reasons.
Whoa, you totally cut out there.
Oh, sorry. I might have been leaning back.
Oh, okay.
Wait. I've heard there is a small YouTube community. And, I heard it there earlier, right? He actually had a stream with I don't know what the fag's called. Gutenberg, I think.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah. And I think he called it Downs Stream. Really embracing this. I love it. I'm waiting for Christina to get back to me. Sorry?
I said at least excuse me, sorry. At least you know he's a big man about it.
Yeah. I'm actually just waiting for Christina to get back to me to finish up the I Has Downs Irate Bear mug that's going on my avatar in the future. Yeah. It's not just a skeptic clone, but a shill as well. If she does it right and he makes that mug, I think I'll actually buy one because I think it'd be funny. Just have a mug
just
that
like to
says my
say,
hair's downs.
I got a mug from Omegon store, and I can safely say it works. It holds liquid
Does it?
without spilling. Yep.
No.
It does. It works. His cups work, folks.
You've got to be kidding me. You have one of my mugs and it works? You did.
Thunk.
See, I can hang on. So I could actually just do this, and excuse me, my voice is going. I don't know why. I just do that and share that. Look, it has liquid in, but it doesn't have the liquid Laura usually drinks because she usually drinks male tears.
What are we looking at?
I was screen sharing. Everyone else saw it.
I wasn't looking at the Hangout.
Wasn't I screen sharing?
No, I was looking at I'm looking at the YouTube video, not the Hangout, so it was a bit late.
It's just popping up on YouTube now.
Yeah. See, it holds liquids.
It's just confirmation that you drink male tears, nothing else. The lowest a man could get is Antifa and actually fucking a donkey. I would like to see Antifa members fuck donkeys, or some of the women that attend Antifa rallies, because some of those women look like donkeys.
Polar bears.
The donkeys has just given me a brilliant idea. Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Or is it something you don't want to spoil?
No, this is...
Would rather them see them screw a polar bear.
I was thinking about the mug modifications.
That's it. I'd like to see everyone involved in those whatever. Is it Charlottesville? Yeah? Attacks happened. Right? I'd like to see them all line up orderly, rotating between left and right political leanings, and just fuck a polar bear. Walk into a cage and try and fuck the polar bear. If you can penetrate the polar bear or be penetrated by the polar bear's genitals, we're going to male polar bear here, right? Without being killed, then you get to live. You got to make at least one successful thrust.
And you got to get out of there too. But
yeah, and you've got to get out. I wish you all the very best of luck in this.
I thought I was a sociopath.
He's evil.
I think it's perfectly reasonable to expect people to live by certain standards, and prove there are consequences to your actions. Although I don't actually know what's happening in the in that area. Are people? Is anyone actually being arrested or charged? Or they're just like, oh, we should just like...
I know there were some arrests, namely on the Antifa side getting arrested because, you know, they went there and straight out attacked. Plus, the entire rally was actually legal to begin with.
Yeah, they had the permit, didn't they?
Yeah, they had the permits and everything to be there and protest whatever the hell they were protesting.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how that turns out. Because there have been a lot of people, obviously, it's just further gets people say, oh, impeach Trump because he didn't condemn the right. But
he kind of did.
He condemned both sides.
Yeah.
Violence is unacceptable. I feel like I'm going to do a follow-up to a video I did once where I talked about violence. I did a sort of monologue and I pointed out that there was no real reason for violence to be used. And I'm going to do a follow-up somewhat talking about it because I think people looking to use political leaning or as an excuse is unacceptable. It's not a good enough reason to say, I need to knock them out because they are white and they're proud to be white. It's just not good enough.
Nope.
No lives matter.
Exactly. No vaginas matter. I mean, no lives matter.
Push put.
Only heavy metal matters.
Death to all but metal.
Actually, I could get behind that.
Steel Panther came up with that. No, yeah. Death to All But Metal. I love it. First line of that song, fuck the Goo Goo Dolls. I'm immediately behind it.
Samio.
They can suck my balls. That's
I like
productive
that one
music.
song.
What's that?
I like that one song. Is it Iris? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I like fuck the Google Dolls. They can suck my balls. They look like the dogs that hang out at the mall. Yeah. Google Dolls.
You don't like them then?
No, that's Steel Panther. That's the song from Steel Panther's Death to All But Metal. I just happen to agree with them.
I thought that was your own words.
I wish it was. I wish I was smart enough to write a song as good as that. But I don't have the skill set, I'm afraid. It's my old age, I think.
You're not that old. Just a wee bit. Just a wee
How'd you get
little
on with
bit.
your pirate? I was watching, but I had to go and cook and do other things. So I left it running, but I missed out on a lot. Like, by the time I came back, you were in different robes.
Oh yeah, I bought myself some new threads. I like the all black look.
Do they have a perk
Changed on camera?
Oh, I have no idea.
I know Laura doesn't get changed on camera. She's not a cam whore.
No.
Oh.
You need to get those Mayan robes. They'll make you really good at infiltration, which you suck at. Although I really would recommend learning how to bloody well block before someone attacks you.
Oh, see, you missed that fight, obviously. It was part of the mission.
The one where you died in? Or the one where you died in? Or the one where you died in?
When you confront Hornigold after you've tailed them, and then everybody attacks you, and I didn't
you smoke bomb the fuck out of it, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I blocked the rest. When I ran out of smoke bombs.
Yeah. Although you did fall over once.
Oh, I fell over. Oh no.
You're lucky. If you're playing against me, I would have killed you.
Probably.
Hello, Pippi.
If I was playing against you, I'd be concentrating a lot harder.
Was talking from them about the D&D thing, but...
Sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
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 In the butt?
Huh? Tuesday.
We have spoken about D&D, Pippi.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. I hear you're
you associate with nerds, Pip.
Right.
It got awkward in here.
Contributing to the conversation, I see, Pippi. Always at your best.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How you been?
I'm alright. I'm not really doing anything at the moment. Just bored. Yep. Trying to get my dog to shut the fuck up.
Aww.
Doggo scratched her.
Well,
I'm sure your dog is adorable.
Oh yeah, he is, but...
Wait, you haven't seen pictures of Cooper?
I've seen lots of pictures of dogs. Pippi's dog.
Ah.
Pippi's doggo looks lovely.
So wait, how many people are watching this right now?
14.
Yeah,
this isn't on the main channel, so don't worry about it.
Ah, alright.
Ah.
Good. Better not be. I don't like.
If it was on the main channel, it might be a little higher.
I don't like showing my face around here anymore.
And I'd have probably would have put a bit more effort into this stream, but I didn't.
You mentioned something about intending this to be a nerd stream.
Next week, it's all good. Nerdy stuff can happen next week. Probably, because I'm getting really sleepy, probably going to end this now anyway. Unless there's something else I'd like to talk about quickly.
So 3 guys walk into a bar.
Oh,
All three of them?
Still waiting for them to come out so we know how this ends.
Go on. Tell me more about these three guys. Were they different races, religions? Were they all gay? Did they like having sex with each other?
Yeah, that's why they're still